Hello, encouragers. I'm Rebekah Scott, wife, mother of 4, author, and owner and designer of Rebekah Scott Designs. I'm here to encourage you, to make you feel the I can do this spirit each and every day of our awesome journeys to fulfill those many important roles. I believe we are fully equipped to execute, and I will provide you with as much knowledge and practices and systems as I can to help you understand just what I know you can do. Execute. We got this. Hello, encouragers. On today's podcast, I want to chat through a season's end. Yes, you know how I frequently reference in the podcast over the years that there's a season to everything. There's a season to my business. There's a season to life cycles. There's a season to family, and they all work in this notion of seasons. So for the Encourager podcast, I have successfully completed 17 seasons and over 170 plus episodes. I've shared my experiences, my failures, my lessons, my practical how-tos, my success, and also the season that my family is in. I have decided to allow for this season to be more about channeling my energy and time into my kiddos and all my business ventures. So over the course of the 6 years of the podcasting of The Encourager, my full-time business, Rebekah Scott Designs, has grown so much. It's grown hugely, if that's a word. And it's been such a blessing and so many things that I've been learning throughout it. And it's allowed me to share what I was learning along the way with you. But now I really feel this pull that I need to concentrate on all the things I have planned for the future for just RSD, but also in this season of my family, how to concentrate on them more as I am mentally doing a countdown to my oldest son, Gus. My family has changed. My son is 14 and he's a freshman in high school. The years are now in single digits for Gus, which makes me choke up just thinking about it. So I only have so many years left with him necessarily under my roof. And I love to see him play in his sports, but I really just love spending time with Gus and his sense of the depth of life. And he really has a heart for God. I mean, he's a normal young adult as well, but he's got a great sense of humor and he just amazes me. And I want to be able to capture these moments and not just be with him in the moment thinking about something else. I want to be with him and my family for that matter while not thinking about something else. Iverson is 11, and oh my goodness, this child really understands people and their feelings. She never ceases to amaze me with her insight into other people's lives and their perspectives. Like she's always saying, well, but think about it from their point of view, which is really powerful as an 11-year-old to think like that. She reminds us that we're all very fragile. And she reminds me that there are lots of children like Ivy that seek to heal people and to understand God's people. And I want to keep digging into that to make sure that I'm available for what God is revealing to me with who he has given me. Rosalind is 8 and oh goodness, she is full of life and she's never wanting to waste time, which I can relate to that. She just loves anything to do with doing. She just wants to be doing things and she loves animals and sports and she loves spending time with me, which is so precious. She's the one that likes to play cards with me or go for a long walk or do anything outside of a screen, which is pretty powerful for an 8-year-old, especially in this day and age. She's also the one that sees the funny in the mundane. And she likes to point it out to people like, Mom, that's a funny sentence. And that's just such a beautiful quality to have as well. And then Pixon is 6. And this will be my first year without a small child in the house with me while I work. So we're going on 14 years of I've always operated all of my businesses with a child either on my hip or right next to me or bacon next to me. And this will be the year I do not have that from 8 to 3. And I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. I'll probably just keep unpacking it. Stay tuned to our Facebook community for how that rolls out. But I do joke with people that I'm going to need to rent a kid because I don't know how to operate without someone there right next to me that has a few needs. And honestly, it's been such a blessing to be able to be at home while raising them. Pixon continues to make things more beautiful. It doesn't matter if it's a thing, a place, or a person, she'll get the hot glue gun out. She'll get her little bedazzler out. I mean, she just takes the ordinary and makes it beautiful. And I can't help but think, what is God going to do with this child and her level of creativity? I'm really excited to see it roll out. I mean, if you have an unpolished hand, she will polish your hand and make it beautiful. If there's a naked Barbie, she's going to dress that and make it completely beautiful. If you've thrown away a box of some kind of snack, she's going to take it out and hot glue some fabric onto it and make it matching pillows. Like, that is just how this child's brain works, is making everything in life more beautiful and more useful. Nicholas is my husband of 18 years, and we've been together for 22. I met him at church camp. You've heard me tell the story at 26 years ago. And it was really, truly, thankfully, love at first sight. And thankfully, still a little bit of that is going on. I mean, he still walks down our gravel road right before getting to our house after he's done chores across the road with our livestock. And I still swoon thinking of our journey together and where we are going to keep going and raising these amazing kids right next to us. And leading people well is one of our high priorities. And I'm grateful for the opportunity to continue to do that alongside of him. So, have you noticed this is a little bit more emotional than normal for me, but I just know that this pull on my heart is to focus on my priorities like we talk about frequently here and take a break from recording podcasts seasonally. So while a break from this podcast in this full season of my life is just for now, I do leave you with some amazing resources available on the website, theencouragerpodcast.com, some quick hacks, some applicable direction in both business and family. And I do have a new journey onward with you with new resources for you. So I still wanted to be able to reach our listeners and audience with my tried and true systems that we have exercised for 17 successful seasons now. So I will have 2, possibly 3 digital courses to offer you. So you may not hear me weekly on the podcast, but you will be able to download and have forever some digital courses where I am going to be talking about the things that I've talked about in 170 plus episodes and really get to the meat of those 170 plus episodes. So we are still working out the details as far as when this will debut. But if you are on our email list, and if you're not, go to theencouragerpodcast.com/email and make sure you sign up there and make sure you're on our Facebook community. You'll know when the digital courses are coming out and when you can download them and participate. We know that the courses will consist of our systems. Remember how I talk about the me system, how to take care of yourself, your family system, how are you going to operate your family, your food system, because remember, we take a lot of time thinking about what's for supper, and also your work system. So that'll be one digital course. Another one will be a little bit more business minded, where we talk about a marketing promotions calendar. Remember our agendas, how to run an agenda well, your key decisions, the who, what, when, where, why, and how of your business, blocking, which that is such a fantastic one for both if you have a business or not. We'd all need to do blocking. And then also mindset, which I've talked about frequently over the 170 plus episodes. So those 2 digital courses, we might possibly make them 3, will be coming out hopefully this fall. And we will keep you in the loop about when those are going to debut. I highly encourage downloading them. So if you've loved this, you can always listen to the podcast over and over again. But this will be a more condensed version, complete, of course, with the worksheets that you will be able to fill out and start implementing immediately. Our Facebook community will continue to be our platform to reach out with our new resources, our newest book recommendations, any RSD, that's Rebekah Scott Design developments, and of course, our easy recipes that we live by and that you guys download so frequently. Oh, I just want to thank you so much for such a wonderful platform to share my journey on, that you've had so much grace for me in the years of busyness and raising kiddos and trying systems and then retrying systems and really narrowing down how I want to do my life well. That is in part because of you cheering me on, and I cannot thank you enough for that. I will continue to serve you on our email list within our Facebook community and also now with my digital courses. So none of that is going to go away anytime soon. There just will not be a weekly podcast that you can download, but definitely check out the digital courses. So as I narrowed down in this coming season what it means for me, I was thinking of all of my favorite hymns. And one of my favorite hymns is Here I Am, Lord. And it's my favorite because it just reminds me, how available am I to God? How available do I make myself in the day-to-day and also in the future? So I'm going to leave you with this. I, the Lord of sea and sky, I have heard my people cry. All who dwell in dark sin, my hand will save. I who made the stars of night, I will make their darkness bright. Who will bear my light to them? Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I've heard you calling in the night, and I will go, Lord, if you lead me. I will hold your people in my heart. I, the Lord of wind and flame, I will tend the poor and lame. I will set a feast for them, and my hand will save. Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night, and I will go, Lord. Until next time, encouragers, we got this. I know how you can start executing on all the things that God has equipped you to do. You can pick up my book at theencouragerpodcast.com and check out the store complete with book, journal, and the master course. Also, make sure to check out the resources tab where you'll get a hold of all the PDFs from the podcast. Thank you for tuning in, encouragers. Remember to subscribe so it's automatically on your phone. And please rate and review me. We got this, encouragers.